Hi, I'm Todd Downs, author of Bicycling Magazine's Guide to Complete Bicycle Maintenance and Repair. And right now we're going to replace a derailleur cable. Tools that you'll need for replacing a derailleur cable are a pair of cable snips and a 5mm hex key. Start off by shifting the derailleur all the way down to the small cog, small chainring combination. This takes all the tension off the chain. Cut the cable. And then remove the end from the rear derailleur after loosening the anchor bolt. Pull your cable out and remove your housing sections. To remove the cable from a mountain bike shifter, you may have to rotate the shifter body. Select your cable housing. It should be noted that there's a difference between brake cable housing and derailleur cable housing. Derailleur cable housing has linear strands that resist compression and maintain adjustment for finely adjusted parts like derailleurs, while brake cable is spirally wound and resists the force of compression better, but changes length slightly as it flexes. Don't ever try and use derailleur cable housing for brakes, and for the best adjustment, don't use brake cable housing for derailleurs. Determine the necessary length of the first section of housing by slipping it into the cable stop on the frame, wrapping it around the head tube to the shifter body. Hold the cable in place and rotate the handlebar, and make sure that there's a gentle arc, that you're not pulling too hard on the cable, and there's not so much cable that it flops around when you're in your neutral steering position. Snip the cable with your cable cutter. And install your ferrules. Repeat that process for any more sections of cable housing on the frame, keeping in mind that stationary sections of cable that don't move still need a gentle arc, but don't need anything additional. At the rear derailleur, if you have a Shimano derailleur, keep in mind that the body of the derailleur does have to move slightly through the shifting range. SRAM derailleurs do not. Install your fresh housing sections. And slip your new cable through the shifter. Run the cable through your housings, making sure that you don't crisscross with any of the other cables along the way. Pull the cable by hand and anchor the rear derailleur. Give the cable a few gentle tugs, holding the derailleur body steady if you need to. What you're trying to do right here is compress the housing sections into the ferrules. You'll notice now there's a little bit of slack in the cable, so go back to the anchor bolt. Pull the cable taut again, snug it back down. Snip the cable about an inch away from the anchor bolt and install a crimp. Make sure your shifter body is rotated back in place and tighten it down if you had to move it. And check your shifting. Make fine adjustments with your barrel adjuster if you need to. Once it's good, take your bike down, get ready for a ride. I'm Todd Downs for Bicycling Magazine, and that's how to replace a derailleur cable.